happening today, the battle against fraud in Minnesota continues.
And your state leaders are looking at a potential solution, an independent Office of Inspector General, but it faces an uncertain future.
Our Barrett Leone joins us live ahead of today's session. As we know, Barrett, lawmakers continue to clash over what this new watchdog agency should look like.
Yeah, that's right. And this bill would establish a watchdog agency, the one you mentioned, that would investigate fraud, waste and abuse in government programs. But it's been stuck in a House committee for weeks now. Lawmakers just can't seem to agree on how that should be implemented. But now there's hope that it can move out of that committee and onto the governor's desk to be signed before end of session, because lawmakers tell us an agreement could happen today. Now, this morning, a House committee is set to take up a bill that closely mirrors the version that already passed the Senate with strong bipartisan support. Lawmakers have been split on key details like whether the office should have its own law enforcement powers and how leadership is chosen. House Speaker Lisa Damith says those sticking points are now being addressed.
I don't think Democrats in the House can continue to run from fraud. Stories keep coming forward time after time after time, and they have their hands in this as far as the fraud that has occurred on their watch. And so the Office of Inspector General is something that is another measure to safeguard taxpayer dollars here, and I think maybe House Democrats are finally serious about wanting to take it further.
So we're told an amendment to the bill will finally move it forward today. That amendment shows that pain points like law enforcement powers will actually end up in the bill after all. Now, Democrats last month wanted to remove that specific point. Here's what they had to say about it then.
This will avoid duplication of work the BCA's Financial Crimes Division already does. It will also avoid the fiscal inefficiencies that come with small law enforcement agencies. It just makes sense.
And that committee hearing is set for 8:15 this morning. That's when lawmakers will discuss the amendment on the table. Of course, we will be there and bring you the very latest developments.
Yeah, we'll see if they can come together there.
That's the biggest thing here, because we got to get some bipartisanship to get something passed. So we'll have to wait and see. Hey, Barrett, thank you.
New details on a hit and run that we first told you about Sunday night. Minneapolis police say that the young woman involved has died at the hospital.
The woman was hit by a vehicle while crossing Marshall Street Northeast. This was near 16th Avenue Northeast in Minneapolis, just after 3 a.m. on Sunday. That's according to police. She went to the hospital where she died yesterday. Police are still looking for the driver responsible for her death. If you have any information, make sure you contact Minneapolis police.
Let's get you the very latest from the live desk with Maria Lisignoli. You're following the investigation into that collision at LaGuardia Airport.
Yes, that's right. In New York, the search for answers continues after an Air Canada jet and a fire truck collided on the runway just before midnight Sunday. Surveillance video shows the moment the collision happened, flipping the plane in a cloud of debris and smoke. The fire truck was initially cleared to cross the runway on its way to another emergency, but seconds before the collision, air traffic control tried to get it to stop. National Transportation Safety Board investigators are analyzing flight data and cockpit audio recorders, and they're combing through the scene, which they've described as expansive.
There is a lot of debris. We need to go through all of that and to figure out what we need to take back to the NTSB to our labs.
The plane from Montreal was carrying 72 passengers and 4 crew members. The pilot and co-pilot were killed in the collision. Dozens were injured. A flight attendant was found on the runway, still strapped into her jump seat after she was ejected from the jet. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says Canada is also sending a team of transportation officials to probe the incident.
Yeah, I mean, just unbelievable that that flight attendant is still with us.
All
right. Maria, thank you.
The ayes are 54, the nays are 45. The nomination of Mark Wayne Mullen of Oklahoma to be Secretary of Homeland Security is confirmed.
It is official. There is a new leader of the Department of Homeland Security. You heard it right there, Republican Mark Wayne Mullen from Oklahoma. So he has been a senator since 2023. Mullen now taking over the role once held by Kristi Noem after she was ousted by President Trump.
And of course, Mullen is taking over DHS in the midst of a partial government shutdown as Democrats halted funding until ICE reform changes are made. The partial shutdown is causing trouble at airports all across the country as TSA agents continue to work without pay. Many we know are calling out sick. We told you President Trump is sending ICE agents to airports in hopes of speeding up those long lines passengers have been dealing with. And now we know 14 airports have ICE agents helping TSA officers. One notable difference, ICE agents are getting paid, but remember, TSA officers remain without paychecks. Over the weekend, the number of TSA callouts reached a new high, and more than 400 TSA workers have quit since the shutdown started last month.
Their number one mission there, as the president said, is help TSA with security, help move the flow of people through those lines.
DHS officials say ICE personnel are only supporting TSA, not carrying out immigration arrests. But some travelers say they're still alarmed to see armed immigration agents at the airport. As of right now, MSP International Airport does not have any ICE agents. A Minnesota woman says she was wrongfully charged for a crime she didn't commit.
So these charges stem from a January protest inside City's Church in St. Paul. This was a case that led to dozens of federal charges, including against former CNN anchor Don Lemon. Heather Lewis's charges, those were dismissed on Friday by federal prosecutors. Her attorney, Brock Hunter, says that investigators relied on geofence warrant that placed her in the Cub Foods parking lot where protesters had staged before going into the church. Hunter says his client was there picking up items that she had bought during an auction.
And I've seen it in cases where I think it was valuable to the government's case. But clearly it is not definitive evidence, and clearly it did not really prove anything against Miss Lewis, who was just an innocent bystander who got pulled into this.
And cases like these are adding to the growing debate about the constitutionality of geofence warrants. The U.S. Supreme Court will hear a case next month.
And here in Minnesota, a group of bipartisan lawmakers proposed a bill to ban it except in emergency scenarios.